Hi everybody, and welcome again to one of my Sahil Khan Recommends webinars. This week we're doing a webinar called The Simple Trading System for Success. And before I begin, can I get an OK in the chat box? If you can hear me clearly, just type in OK into the chat box. Can I get you guys to do that? Okay, brilliant. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, brilliant. So thank you guys for attending. We've got more people coming on right now as we speak, which is cool. This is I don't normally I do webinars on marketing, for example, business growth, and anything to do with how to grow your business. I think also an important segment, if you're running a successful business, you also want to find out what other alternatives there are out there for investing the money you make in a business. And one of the things that I've been looking at recently, and a lot of people around me do very successfully, is trading. But getting your head around trading has always been difficult. I've read tons of books, and I've even been on some webinars. But I recently met Lee Sanford not too long ago, and I was on one of his webinars, which I thought was fantastic. He took you through all the elements of the simple trading system that he uses and his students use. And I decided to take Lee up on it, and I attended one of his live training program. He has a home study DVD also, but I decided to go for the live program. Attended his live program, and it was phenomenal. What I learned during those couple of days I was there was something that I couldn't get my head around after trying to study how to get into trading online over a vast couple of months. So in his background, he was a professional football player, a very well-known football player, but now turned trading pro. And he's spoken on some of the biggest stages when it comes to trading, and a fantastic guy. And what he's doing right now is amazing, with teaching other people how to be financially free using trading. So I'd like to just bring Lee on. Hi, Lee.
Hi Sahal, how are you?
Very good, very good.
Hi guys.
Thank you for coming on today onto the webinar. And what I'd like to do right now is I will just give the controls over to you.
Okay.
So let's do this. So there you go. I'm just handing controls over to you right now, so everyone should be able to see Lee's screen. And then yeah, I'll let you take it away. And guys, if you've got any questions for Lee, at the end we'll have a Q&A session. So if you've got any questions you want to ask about trading or about any of Lee's programs, please feel free to ask them at the end when we finish. Okay, Lee, take it away. Take it away, buddy.
Well, thank you Sahal. Hi guys. Welcome this evening and thank you for the invite, buddy. Yes, you did come on my course and we had a good time, and yeah, I hope you're doing well. Tonight we're just going to talk about trading the money markets and just generating an income, basically. I'm sure you've heard a lot about trading the markets and some of the pitfalls and some of the risks that are involved in trading the markets. And I just want to sort of, speak tonight and sort of dispel some of the myths around trading. Okay, as a lot of people make money trading the markets, a lot of people go and blow all their money trading the markets. But tonight I'm going to show you how to do it really simply and how to make money trading. Not just every month, or not just every quarter, but sort of every day if you want to do it. So I've got a bit of a presentation. Hope you don't mind. I'm going to go through that tonight. We're going to be speaking for about, I think, just over an hour. And there is an offer at the end, guys. It's an offer that I've just been running only this week, so it's a very, very special offer to Sahal and his guys, his friends and colleagues online tonight. So this offer is not out in the public domain, believe me, guys. Okay, so all right, let's crack on. So trading the markets. Now, for me, I call it fast money. Okay, most people want to generate extra cash every month to pay off, I don't know, either the house insurance, the car, the bills. And when you go into other businesses, like, I don't know, maybe you get people offering you to write a book. You'll become an expert writing a book. It takes a long process to write a book, get it out there, and actually sort of get some money back from it. I don't know. So Hal's businesses, I'm sure, create some great revenue, but internet marketing, you've got to set up your pay-per-click, your website, your niche. It takes time to generate that cash. With trading the markets, you can make money on the very first day you start trading. And a guy said to me, okay, show me how much money you can make. And I said, okay, so last year I just said, well, I put £1,000 into a trading account, and I turned that trading account into £6,500 in 36 days. It was fast money, okay? And basically I proved that. I showed him the accounts, and then went public with it. With all the strategies, the same strategies that I'm going to show you tonight, you can turn that money into cash, real live liquid cash straight away. And I think trading the markets, you know, is probably the fastest way that you can make money. Okay, you can open a trading account straight away and be traded. So this was my IG index account, which is a spread betting account. We'll talk a little bit about processes and content of trading a little bit later, but let me just go through a few things with you here. I mean, this was just a spread betting account. This was a brokerage account that anybody can open, and I put £1,000 in it this time last year, and I basically had a drawdown of £50 straight away, and then I went on after 36 days to turn that same trading account into £6,500. So £6,500 there, and there's a lot of my trades underneath here, guys. Can you see the trades around this area here? You know, so I'm going to change that pen color so you can see properly. So I changed, you know, so I actually moved that account into £6,500. What did I do at the end of 36 days? I took that money out of the trading account and spent it on a holiday. Basically, bottom line, okay, so it's £1,000 into £6,500 pretty much within 36 days, and there's my live trading account. So how much do you really need to live off per month, or what amount of money for you would be enough to improve your sort of lifestyle? Now, I've taught hundreds of people to trade the markets personally. And I get all sorts of different people that want to trade. I get people from doctors, from people that are unemployed, people that are retired, and everybody's got a threshold of how much they would like to make. I'm not going to turn you into a multi-millionaire overnight trading the markets, okay, unless you've got a huge size trading account. But most people that come to trading college have trading account sizes from £1,000, £500, £2,000, up to £100,000. But the majority of the guys and girls that come to trading college have trading account sizes of around £2,000. And I think that's pretty much the norm. And you want to generate about 10% of that per month. So how much would it take for you to sort of improve your lifestyle? You're not going to see any yachts here, billion-pound yachts or Ferraris. I'm not going to show you those. I don't make any false promises whatsoever. Because trading and other people that teach trading, you see a lot of hype out there, guys, and that's not what we do here at Trading College. So how much is enough for you? And it really depends on the size of your trading account that you start with, on how much sort of return that you could make. But is 10,000 enough for you? Is 2,000 enough for you? I mean, some of the guys that I trade with every single day in the live trading room, if they can make £200 a day and £1,000 a week, then they're happy to do that for 2 hours work in the morning, 2 hours trading in the morning. So you've really got to ask yourself the question, when you start trading, you've got to think about the risk, but you've also got to think about how much money you really want to make per month out of trading. Everything I do is transparent as much as it possibly can, okay? Last week, this was my trading account where I mentored somebody where I charged £5,000 for 3 days coming to sit alongside me. His name was Jared. He sat alongside me last week, and I made $1,000 in front of him in just a couple of hours. We went off for lunch, we came back, and there's my trading account up there with $1,100. And I asked him gladly to do a quick testimonial, write it up for me, just to prove that I actually do it live, and this is my income. So there's his testimonial just down there. So let's talk about trading and a few of the myths, because there's so much hype about trading. The thing is, guys, you don't have to be intelligent to trade the markets, okay? You don't have to have a degree from Cambridge. You don't have to have an economics degree from Oxford, or you don't need to have worked in the city, okay? Anybody, you don't even need to be intelligent, okay? I've got Beckham and Rooney up here. You know, they're not the brightest, but they're multi-millionaires. You just got to learn a process and a system, okay? You don't need loads of money to start trading. You know, I had an email through tonight from a brokerage, just a generic email promoting that if I put £500 in a trading account, they will double that money for me. Okay, they will give me an extra £500 to make it up to £1,000. Okay, so you don't need a lot of money to start trading. You can see that I started with £1,000 on one of my trading accounts and turned it into £6,500. That's good. That's a very, very good return. You don't need a load of money to trade the markets, to start trading. And you don't need loads of time to trade the markets. Okay? I have a saying in trading, I say it to all of my students, the less you do, the more money you can make. I don't need to go to work. I don't need to travel up the M6 or go around the M25 and commute to work. I can sit in my office with in the summer I can sit here with my shorts on, my flip-flops on, and I can just literally trade the markets and be done by 10 o'clock. So you don't need to do a lot of work. You just need to learn the skills and just sit back, and you can just click a mouse one day, and that trade and that investment could run and run and run and generate lots and lots of profits for you doing absolutely nothing at all. You don't have to be Superman, okay? You don't have to be the world's top trader to actually trade. You don't need to be anything. You don't need to be unique, as in, well, we're all unique individually, aren't we? But you don't have to be some sort of superhero to trade the markets, guys, okay? All you've got to do is just jump on the back of a trading system, somebody who's successfully trading the markets every single day, and you just need to learn a process. That's all you need to do. Okay, just jump on the back of a trading system or a signal package that consistently works. And just don't run away from this. So many people, and I'm sure there may be some people in the webinar tonight, you know, will think, oh, trading, I've heard it all before, you know, it's dangerous, it's risky. Well, I think what is more risky is having a job, relying on your bank manager to advise you with your financial future, and you know, letting other people take care of your money, and also just having your money and future into one niche, into one market. Okay, as I said, the less you do in trading, the more money you can make. Now, you could be running internet businesses, property businesses, and you could be hands-on with that. But with trading, you don't need to be hands-on. You can do it once a week, once a month, once a day, whatever you want to. You can fit it into your lifestyle. Once a weekend, once every weekend at 30 minutes a weekend. It really is that simple, guys, that you can fit it into your life while you do other jobs. And I think it's very, very important that you actually do that, because going forward, you know, interest rates are going to be going up eventually in 2015. What is your plan for interest rates going up? What are you going to do? Money's going to be coming out of most people's pockets when interest rates go up. If you've got a mortgage, how are you going to put money back into your pocket? That's the question. Do you have a plan? Well, you can do that in the money markets. What about property? You know, I have investment properties like a lot of people do for the future. It's my pension. But I also can trade the property market going up or going down. A lot of people got stung 2007, 2008 because, you know, property prices collapsed and they basically didn't know what to do, and they bought the top of the market. Well, I can make money when the property market goes down in the money markets every single day or every week or every year. Okay, it gives me the flexibility. The markets have the flexibility. Property prices, will they keep rising? Well, if they do, I can invest in a certain sector within the stock market and actually take advantage of property prices going up. And if they take a tumble again, I can actually make money when the property prices go down. I teach you all that. It's called the lifestyle trading of how to cope with interest rates going up, property prices going up, property prices coming down on our beginners course, okay, our 4-day beginners course. it really is about taking control of your whole life and managing your whole life, and you can do that through the money markets, okay? All right, and really it's all about, on the other side of fear, life's freedom. If you've never done trading before, you may have a little bit of fear. Well, don't worry, guys, we've all got fear about something. You know, I have fear about whatever, spiders, I suppose, and things like that, and heights. But on the other side of that, if you do what you fear, the fear will disappear, okay? I'm sure you've heard that saying. So don't run away from trading, and maybe because other people have said that trading's risky, or your mate down the pub has said they lost loads of money trading, it's not necessarily going to be you that will lose loads of money, because basically all the time what we're trying to do is manage our risk on everything we do, guys, are we not? We're managing risk in property investments, business investments, walking out the door we're managing risk. And it's the same thing in trading the markets, we're managing risk. I've got to crack on because I'm running behind time. Okay. I was born in, a little bit about myself, I was born in South London in the Elephant Castle, in a lovely penthouse right on the middle of the roundabout, virtually here in the Elephant. And you know, we had to make a decision, my parents had to make a decision to get out of London, and we moved to a place called Basingstoke in Hampshire. It was a London overflow really. And I got out, and it was the best thing to happen to myself and my brother, because we had green grass. I had the resources to go on and do something else. So as a kid, I started kicking the ball around, and you know, a young friend of mine said at the time, said, "Come and play for my local kids team." My dad's local kids team. I did. He gave me the opportunity. He held his hand out and said, "Come and join us." And that was it. That was the, you know, that was the real start of something for me, and it shaped sort of my life. Because, you know, there was one thing that happened to me at school when I was about 14. My school teacher got us all sat around and said, "Okay, guys, what are you going to do when you leave school?" And we went around the classroom, and you know, somebody was saying, "Oh, I want to be a fireman. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to be, I don't know." Somebody said, "I don't know." They come to me and said, "What are you going to do, Lindley?" I said, "I want to be a professional footballer." And he said, "No, don't be so silly. What do you really want to be? What real job do you want to do?" I said, "I want to be a professional football player." You know, it wasn't like it is today in the Premiership. You know, when there's lots of money around, and the glam. And I basically just said, "I want to be a professional footballer." And he said, "Okay," and he quickly moved on to the next person alongside me. And then at the age of 17, I decided that you know, I was never going to look back again. I signed as a professional at Portsmouth. I went on to play for Sheffield United, Stoke City, Reading, and I captained all of my clubs. I played for England Youth and represented the Professional Footballers Association Union, and went on to have I think it was a good career. I enjoyed it. I had a great time. I actually broke my neck in a game at the age of 34 and had to retire from football. Perfectly fine now, and had a good operation on my neck, and that's perfectly fine. But, you know, don't let anybody ever tell you you can't do something, okay? If somebody tells you they can't do something, they're probably running the pain, or they're probably running their insecurities onto you. So if there's anything you learn tonight, just make sure in life, don't let anybody tell you you cannot do something, okay? Because you can, and everybody in this room tonight can do exactly what they want in life and be as successful as anybody, including myself, all right? You may not be able to be a professional footballer if you're about 45 years of age and about 18 stone. So, you know, you have to be a little bit fit. Okay, so I retired from football, and I'm 44 now. I retired at 34, 10 years ago, and I'd already been trading the markets at the age of around 23, 24. I'd already been buying and selling shares because of another player actually got me into it. So I was buying and selling shares all the time through my football career, and when I retired, I flew over to Chicago, and this is where the actual the money market central is, over in Chicago. This is where the pit is. This is where you see on the news at 10 people shouting at each other, buying and selling the money markets here. And this is the sort of hub and the area where you know, it all takes place. So I actually went there for a week. I spent some time in the actual trading pits of the grains market, the soybeans, wheat and corn, learned from some traders, professional traders there. Also spent a day at Merrill Lynch trading floor with a friend of mine. And, you know, I just learned from some of the pros, and it was just great. And then I became self-taught and started to do my own thing. You know, it was just so complicated that in the pit, and it was all like, I don't want to stand in a pit screaming and buying stocks and shares or commodity market. I don't want to do that. That's like going to work again. I want to be sitting in my office on my desk at my home in my office with a laptop and trading the markets, or being in I don't know, I was in Turkey a couple of weeks ago, just trading there, on holiday. And then the month before that I was in Spain, in my place in Spain, trading there. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be working for anybody. And it's so accessible now, the markets, that you can do it anywhere in the world. So I learned some good lessons in Chicago, and then basically I just changed career completely, didn't I? I'd done all my coaching badges, my football coaching badges. I'd done a degree in sports science and coaching, so I was very well qualified to go into becoming a football coach, maybe manager. But I just didn't want to work for anybody anymore. I didn't want to. I wanted my own life, and I wanted to go on and just do, my own destiny, really. And when you play sport, especially football or rugby or cricket, it's a team game. And I've always relied on other people with my success, but now I want to just rely on myself to make myself successful. And then we started Trading College 2009, and there's the good-looking man on the top right-hand side up there. He's a good man, and we taught hundreds and hundreds of people to trade. There's Pete Bennett, he's another internet marketer on the middle left-hand side. We taught footballers to trade. We're hopefully going to be doing something with the Professional Footballers Association, teaching footballers to trade the markets. We do mentorships. We teach retired people to trade. We teach young people, old people, and we have courses, and we have online courses, and we have mentorships, and we do live trading rooms. It's fun. It's a really good release for me, because I trade every day. I traded this morning, traded yesterday morning, and I trade my live trading account, and then at the weekend or other times throughout the month when we run courses, I can go then and teach other people to trade. And that's the give back. I give back then. And it's fun, because life would be so boring sitting here with all these computer screens up and trading the markets and making $1,000 a day or $500 a day or whatever, or £500 a day. So at least there is something I give back, okay? And that's when it comes to all the training, which I thoroughly enjoy, and we have a good laugh as well. Okay, so then I don't know what's going on. There's some phenomenon, if that's the right word, if I can put my teeth back in. I've just been asked constantly and invited to speak at so many events over the last couple of years. I mean, top left-hand side is the Olympia, the Forex show, and I speak there, and there's 200 or 300 in that auditorium. It goes all the way back up, and it's very, very busy indeed. And there's Trading College, surrounded by people on this right-hand side over here. And this was a stand that we had quite a big stand at the Olympia, and people coming and listening to us speak. And then this Sunday just gone, there was 200 people in a room, and I was presenting there for 2 hours about trading, and it was fun. We have a laugh. We trade live with real money on the day, even though the markets are closed. I set it up that we can actually trade live and have a little competition, and I set it up that it's good fun. So I get some money out, and somebody in the audience gets some money out, and we trade the markets live, and the audience participate. It's a good laugh. It's good fun. Okay, so here's my trading account that I trade with most days. The top 3 are my day trading account, and the bottom one down here is my IG index account. Okay, and there's 4,600 on that day, 3,500, 800, 900 pounds profit on the day. Okay, and that's all tax free. When you trade the markets, you can open a certain trading account, and it can be tax free profits. Okay, and I'm not showing you this just to show off or anything like that. I'll be blasé about trading and what I do and some of the money I make. It's just to show you that I do this for a living, okay? And most of these accounts are all up to date. I trade live in a live trading room in front of people every single morning, and I show them my trades. They take trades with me, and they make money with me, and that's done live with members in the live trading room every day. So I think this industry needs more credibility than any other industry, and we do our best at Trading College to try and make everything as transparent as possible, okay? Not promise you the earth overnight, but to just generate some decent returns and get some cash into your account every month so you can pay bills. Okay, so the process, if you know nothing about trading, is like this. What you've got to do is open a charting platform, and there's free chart packages out there. All you do is go online, and I will advise you, if you ever come on our beginners course, you just open a chart package. They can start from 0 cost per month all the way up to $250, even thousands of dollars. Some people I know use. Now, my chart package that I trade with, okay, is one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world, and I pay $20 per month for it. Okay. There are some that are completely free of charge. You don't have to get a big expensive chart package to trade the markets. Then you need some sort of strategy to know when to buy and when to sell. And then, you know, at the same time, you've got to open a brokerage account. Now, if you're doing this on our beginners course, we get everyone to open a spread betting account. Now, we don't recommend any spread betting account. We can do, or if you want to. So there's no sort of tie to anybody, really. You know, we give a list of spread betting companies that you can and ones that we do like and think are the best. And you can open an account with the spread betting company. So you have a charting account, and you have a spread betting account, and then you have a strategy to know when to buy and when to sell. And then it's all about having your computer on and executing the trades, knowing when to buy and when to sell. Okay? Just like property, just like running a business, you need to know when to sell it to make profits. Like investment properties, you need to know when to sell it as well. Okay, so pretty easy process. Any questions? I'm sure you're going to ask these at the end. So just another day trading account. This is the one of my trades that I did. It's been my record day, in fact, £8,500 in just one day. Okay, and that was a pretty cool trade. And you can see down here, guys, look, there's a losing trade there, yeah, and the rest of them are all winning trades. So these strategies that I'm going to show you on the beginners course, you know, these are what I use in these trades as well. Okay, so I'm using two types of trading strategies, and you know, these are ones I show on the beginners course. So you can do this and go on and become a day trader as well by using those strategies on the beginners course. And you can see here, this is my spread betting account as well. Okay, one of my spread betting accounts. If you look in the middle part here, this is the equivalent. If it says 2 like this, that means the equivalent of 200 shares. Okay, 1 is 100 shares if you're buying a stock. A little bit different if you're buying currencies or commodities though. Okay, now these are the amounts of pounds per point that you place on trades. Okay, and we're going to show you a little bit later about sort of returns you can get. But down here on the right hand side are my profit and loss, and if it was red it would be losing money, if it was blue it will be making money. Okay, so you can see all these are profitable on the day. I suppose I had a little bit of luck on this day, you know, everyone was up on the day, so it doesn't always act like that at all. Okay, so you don't have to have a lot of money to trade the markets. You don't have to start with a lot of money. You can just get started with £500, trade the markets. Of course, you're not going to make £20,000 in 1 month, but it's all relative. Your return is all relative to your account size. Okay, the biggest thing in trading, if you've ever traded the markets before, I think you'll agree with me on this, is the emotion. Now, if you're dealing with emotion, okay, if you're dealing with money, I beg your pardon, there is always emotion involved. Okay, you're always emotionally attached to trades and investments. So what we wanted to do is basically generate some sort of signals on a chart where you look to see where to buy and sell and make life a lot easier for everybody. And these signals are what all of our members use. All the people on our trading courses all use the same thing, so we're all singing off the same hymn sheet and all looking at the same things. So let me just show you, if you've never traded the markets before, this is a sort of an introduction to trading, so I assume that most people haven't sort of done any trading. But here is a stock called Apple. Okay, there's the code. It's on a daily time frame. On the right-hand side here is price. Okay, price. Down the bottom is time. Okay, you can see the months down there. Now, you can see these red and green, they call them candlesticks, okay? Now, it's 1 day's worth of trading. And if it's green, it means it closed up on the day. Started at 10, let's say, and finished at 20. If it's red, it means it closed lower on the day. Okay, so you can see here, these are down days, down days, down days, down days in here with a green day in there. And remember what I said about emotion. So if you were in a trade and you were trading Apple to the upside and you had this down day here and here, and you saw your account go from, let's say, I don't know, £1,000 profit, and then you come back home and you see it now it's down to £600 profit, it was at 1,000, you might close that trade off, and if you looked and closed it off here, just look where Apple went up to. It is 700, okay? So you closed the trade off too early. And these are what we call basic default charts. Okay, you can get these charts. If you log on online now, you can get these basic default charts that people use. So I wanted to stick an indicator or some sort of signal package on top of these to actually give me the buys and the sell signals and do it all for me and keep me in the trade until it came down up here. But it was difficult to do, so I had to get some coders, and this is like a few years ago now, 3 years ago now, and testing the markets, testing the signal package, making sure it worked. So what we came up with was the traffic light system. Now, if you've traded before and you've seen green and red on charts, don't get confused with this, okay? Now, if you're driving your car, you're going to come up to traffic lights, and when it's red, you're going to stop, okay? And when it turns back to green, you go. And it's the same with the signal package that I'm going to show you. When it's green, okay, we buy, and when it turns back to red, we sell the trade. All right, guys? So when it's green, we buy it. When it's red, we sell. So we want one red. Once it's red, we've stopped. Once it turns back to green, we buy, and then when it goes back to red again, we get out the trade. So what we do, we plug into the chart our pro trend indicator. It's easy to do. You get it on a link, on an attachment on an email. You plug it into the charts. We show you how to do it with a PDF and a video, and it overlays on top of the default charts. So this is the same chart I showed you a few slides back, but now with our pro trend signal indicator on. And do you remember I was circling this area here and here? Well, the red's now disappeared. So that tells me to stay in this trade until it turns red, because this is my strategy. So we have a red candlestick down here, which is stop, don't do anything. It turns back to green, which means buy. So I buy, I click buy on my brokerage account at $400, and then I exit the trade at $600 when it turns back to red, okay? So throughout this whole process here, there was no red candlesticks, there was no down days, even though it recorded a down day, Apple, the down day means it closed lower than what it opened. This pro trend indicator was telling me that there's more buyers on average coming into this trade, into this market, and for me to stay in the trade. Basically what it was doing was taking all the emotion out of the trade, wasn't it? And you can see here on the left-hand side, there's Apple on a normal default chart, okay, what anybody, the public, can get access to. And then there was the pro trend indicator that we just plug in for you. And can you see all the red now disappears? It keeps me in the trade and keeps you in the trade until we get all the way up here. How easy is that, guys? I mean, if you look at this, what would you have to do from this buy signal here all the way up to spring? It was from the winter all the way into spring. The less you do, the more money you make. You just sit on that all the way up, and the returns are huge. There's none of this jumping red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, faking you out of the trade, emotionally getting you out. This keeps you in the trade, okay? Keeps you in the trade. Keeps you in the investment. So when you're spread betting the market, it's always the thinking points. A $1 move equals $100, a 100-point move, times, multiply that by your pounds per point gives you your P&L. So a 100-point gain multiplied by 50 pence per point is £50 profit, okay? A 100-point gain, multiply that by £1 a point equals £100. And don't worry if you don't understand any of this, because we teach all this on our beginners. We go straight from the start, teaching you from A to Z. A 20-point loss, multiply that by £1 a point equals £20 profit. A 200-point gain at £10 per point is a £2,000 profit there, okay? And all of these, if you open a spread bet account, all of these will be tax-free. You do not need to declare it to the taxman at all, okay? You just take those profits out every month, go and spend it and pay for those bills, or go on holiday, or do whatever you want. So you do not need to declare it in your tax return whatsoever. All right, so this is Bradley Wiggins. You know him, I'm sure, from the Olympic Games, and I saw this quote and I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I heard it on actually the BBC, and just listen to what he says, because he'd already come well back in the team pursuit on the road event, you know, where they went through. In fact, they passed us here as well. On the bikes, and they were well back. They didn't win. So he was coming into the time trials on the Wednesday, and he said here, listen to this quote: "Wednesday will be a process." Heard that sound before, guys? Process with success. "I know off by heart, and I do enjoy it. The meal beforehand, the warm up, getting on the bike, coming down to the start ramp. I've done it so many times, and every time I've gone through that routine this year in a long time trial, I've won. It's good to be undefeated. It reminds me that I'm one of the best in the world at this." So, a bit of tongue-in-cheek here, but the moral of the story is, all he does to win, trains hard and follows the same process every single time. People that lose money trading the markets, people that lose money in any investment, property, whatever, they don't follow a plan, they don't follow a strategy. It's a process. Guys, making money and being successful in life, you have to have a plan and a process, and continue to do it week in and week out, and you will be successful. All right? So I thought Bradley Wiggins summed it up there. Let's give you some more examples. Here's Disney World shares, okay? And this is on a monthly time frame. Each candlestick is 1 month's worth of trading. Look at the green and red in here. Look at the green and red. Loads of reds, down months. You'll be faked out the trade. Emotionally, you'll be out the trade. But if we put the pro trend indicator on now, look, there are no red candlesticks. You would buy this month in July and you'd sell it nearly a year later. You'd buy it in 2012 and you'd stay in this trade until it turned red. It hasn't turned red yet. Okay, and this is this summer. So look how much work you have to do. Nothing. Nothing. All you do is click on the mouse when it signals the trade, and then you just manage the trade. There's the buy signals in the equivalent on the, here's the old way of trading on the left, and here is the pro trend indicator on top. Can you see the difference, guys? It is unbelievably different, okay? Unbelievably different. There's no need for this technical analysis, trading that you may have heard of, that people talk about. You know, you just got to follow just a simple trading signal. Here's Next PLC. This is you know Next, the shop in the high street, UK share here. You know, you buy at 12 here, you sell at 18.20, you buy again at 20, you get out the trade at 30. You go on green and you sell on red. Just in here and here. But you can also take advantage of price going down as well. It's called shorting the market. Okay, if you've never shorted the market or never heard of this, then don't worry. It takes a little bit to get your head around. You can buy high, okay, and sell back low again and make profits. So you you can actually place trades hoping the value of something will go down. And you basically turn it upside down, the chart. You don't literally turn it upside down, but what we want to do is sell on red now and buy back on green. So here's the euro. This is the forex market, and you see, unless you've lived on the moon the last 6 months, you would not realize that the eurozone is in major difficulties. And look at this big down move here in the forex, the euro currency. Okay, lots of red, but then there's green up days, which means it closed higher. But there's no consistency in this move. How on earth would you know when to buy and when to sell? There's so many green and reds. Well, what we do, we just put our pro trend indicator on top of it. Okay, and you can see here now, we've got these lines which are called our moving averages. There's a green candlestick, there's a red candlestick, and we're going to what we call short the market. Short it here, that day, and then we buy back here and make a profit on the move to the downside. Okay, and I can take advantage of property prices going down, okay, by trading the value of the market, that sector, to the downside as well. And I can trade interest rates going down and going up. I can trade most things in the money markets. Okay, I can trade house prices, for example. I can trade retail shops. I can trade interest rates. I can trade the bond market. I can trade commodities, oil, Starbucks. There's a Starbucks on the high street. I do tend to go in there for a coffee. I can trade their share price and see if they're actually doing okay to the upside and to the downside. And here is the euro. On the left-hand side is the default chart, the old style of trading. On the right-hand side is the pro trend indicator. There's our short. There's our buyback on green. Look, throughout this process here, guys, there is no green candlestick. It's telling us there's more sellers coming into this market. Look, sellers, but here are buyers. But on average, there's more sellers coming into this market. All right, let's do a live trade here. Let's do a live trade. Let's just do exactly what you would do. All right, so here is Ford Motor Cars. Now let's do this on a weekly time frame. So you're going to trade this with me, and we're going to do this once a week, once every weekend. We're going to come back, open our laptops, open our screens, look at our chart of Ford Motor Car. And what we're going to do, we're going to wait until we get a green candlestick, because that tells us more buyers are coming in. And this week, a week later, after we started watching this, we get a green candlestick. So then let's buy Ford Motor Car. Let's buy it here. Now, when you're trading, there's several things that you need to learn. Where to enter the trade, where to place a stop. This is an order you place with your broker to get you out the trade if it goes against you, goes wrong. Where are you going to get out? Where's your profits going to be? And then you need to learn how much are you going to risk on the trade. Okay, so this 4-step process is something you need to learn. It's really easy to learn it, and I can teach you how to do that. So let's buy Ford Motor Cars just there, and then let's wait for the next week. Okay, we don't do much, we don't go very far, and the next week here we actually come down a little bit, so we're actually probably losing a little bit of money at the moment. We haven't lost any money, but we may be losing a little bit. And now we start to push up a little bit in here, and we start to push up, and now we're making money. It's still green. Okay. If it turns red, we get out the trades. More buyers are coming in. We're up now around the 200-point profit. So let's say we're long, we've worked out that we're long a pound a point, okay? Very small position size here, £1, 100 shares. So let's say we're making 200 points multiplied by £1. So we're making £200 profit. Okay, so it goes sideways, it goes up to 9 again, it goes to 9 again. So we're not doing much here. This is once a week for 30 minutes. You can actually lock in profits, and we call that managing the trade. You bought here around 7. You can move your original order here, which you had with your broker, and start locking in these profits if you want to. I'll teach you actually how to do that. And then the next week here, we go up now to 10, but there's no sign of red candlesticks. That's the main thing. We're up at 10 again. wow, we're pushing right up here, nearly at $12. I remember it's from 7 up to 12. We're up at $12 now. We can do what we call locking in money, okay, and having no losing trades and moving our order up, our entry order, to areas where we cannot lose money on this trade. I don't think you can do that in property. I don't think you can do that when you have a business. I don't think you can do that if you buy, I don't know, any investment. You cannot lock in the profits, okay, and that's what you can do in trading. You may prove me wrong, but as far as I know. Anyway, so we're back down at, we've come down. Now this candlestick would have been red on a normal default chart. Okay, it would have been red on a normal default chart, but ours is telling us stay in the trade. Okay, we keep pushing up, we don't do much, we're not really doing much once a week, and then we accelerate to $13 all the way up there. $13. Flying higher here, guys. We're locking in and making some serious money, some good money, and we've done nothing to do it, to make all that money. We keep going green, we keep green, we're staying in this trade. You just need one of these trades to make some very good money. Okay, so now it turns back to red. That is my signal to get out the trade. So let's get out around this $12 mark, give and take. We're having a bit of fun here. We're out about $12, and that tells me to get out the trade. So that's my signal. I'm out the trade. There's more sellers coming in. Forward mode card drops down. Okay, so it's as easy as that. You don't have to be intelligent or from Cambridge or from Oxford or work in the city to make money trading. Okay, so on that, there's around 500 points on this, and when I did this slide, I put £5 in, and let's say that's £2,500 profit tax-free. Not doing a lot really to trade that, guys. Okay, so that's good money, isn't it? That's good money, and you know it happens everywhere. You know, you get these signals happening all the time. Here's another currency pair called Great British Pound versus the US dollar, and 800 points profit to the upside on that first move, 200 point, give and take a few points on that last move there. So if you multiply that 200 by £5, £10, you will get your profits tax-free. £1,000 in total at £10 per point it moves. That's £10,000 profit in just 3 months, tax-free. Not by travelling around the M25 or driving up the M6. You don't need to do a lot. Commodities, 200 point profits, 400. This is sugar, 400 points. There's our first red candlestick here. Tells me get out the trade, Lee. I exit the position here from buying here. Okay, it's as simple as that. The indicator's telling you there's more sellers or more buyers coming into this market. Here's the FTSE 100. If you're an investor, this is on monthly charts, and some of you in the room, especially my dad, who looks for longer-term buy and holds, and my brother as well. He's a longer-term investor. I invested some money for him. You can see here that they want longer-term growth, so they go for bigger moves that last several years. Well, I can tell them when to get into a trade and when to get out of the trade. Okay, they have complete control. So here's some big points here on the FTSE 100. This is the stock index here in the London Stock Exchange. Okay, and there's another buy, there's another buy, there's another buy here. Now, can you see this? When it turned green here, guys, it turned red straight away. So that means get out the trade. So you're basically having small losing trades and big winning trades. Small losing trades and big winning trades, and that's the secret and the ingredients for success. If you do have a losing trade, that it's only small. We're only going to be risking a maximum of 3% on each trade. Here's a company that you may know. It's called LinkedIn. All right, top left-hand side, there's the code on the daily time frame. Price down the bottom, time on the right. Price on the right, time at the bottom. Here's the buy signals on LinkedIn. There's one there at 90 up to 100. That's 1,000 points. There's one here. There's one back here. You just need one or two of these to make some fantastic profits, guys. So there's LinkedIn. Some nice trades. You can do this intraday. If you want to become a day trader, which I do, and a lot of people go from beginner's course into day trading and do this full time. You can use the same signals if you want to. Okay, you can use the buy and sell. Now look at some of these trades. You know, there's a sell signal there for a few points profit, and there's a big buy signal here from red to green at 8 o'clock in the morning. You're done by 12 o'clock. Okay? Buy here, sell there when it turns red. You're done by 12 o'clock, guys. Most times you're done by 11 o'clock. I run a live trading room. We run it from 8 till 10 on some days, and the other days we run it from 9 to 11 in the morning. We don't run it all day because I don't want to be there working all day trading. I just want to make my money in the mornings and be gone. So you can become a day trader with this indicator. So that's 70 points profit there, you know, £5 a point, very small size. That's £350 profit in 4 hours. You know, it works out pro rata that up. It's seven grand per month income, tax-free. Trading a couple of hours in the morning. Not every single day you're going to make 350, but on average you make some good money, and no need to even leave your home or even your office. Here's the euro on a 5-minute time frame. You know, a short here, a long here in the afternoon, goes all the way back up to 5 o'clock, and more profitable trades. Not everyone's a big move. You know, not everyone's a massive profitable trade. But that one's at 45 points, traded that, £10 a point, £450 in a couple of hours. Okay, so this is the day trading style of things. You can do this on markets that go up and markets that go down, and the down markets are the best markets to trade because it's driven by fear. Do you remember the banking crisis when we had the subprime markets, the economy just, you know, the bankers really putting our whole economy in crisis. You know, we were trading it to the downside. This is the equivalent to the FTSE 100 in the US, and it was sell here. It was boring. Sell here, short here. When it turns to green, get out the trade. We got out the trade here. This market collapsed from 1,185 down to 700. You know, and we just made money when the price went down in the stock markets. Is it ethically right? You know, well, my dad's pension was losing money when this happened, but I was making money and certainly making up for it. You know, his longer-term investment pension, I was advising to get out of this, Dad, you've got to change it, you know, advising all my friends, we are going down here, and we collapsed. And look at these long, big red candlesticks. That is fear in the market. Okay, that is pure fear. And we were trading this to the downside. As a trader, it's your job to make money to the upside and to the downside, all right? So then we had a big recovery in April, and we've gone up and up and up ever since, and we've been rallying very, very nicely in the stock market for quite a long time now. Okay, and for people that want to invest in things like gold, I'm sure you've heard of you know, gold going up in price, going up in value. Well, when Gordon Brown sold the gold reserves, I think way back in what, 94, something like that, I don't know, for $400 the price of it. Well, he should have come and learned from Trading College, because you know, we were long. Well, I was long back here. Long. I was advising people, friends of mine, that had gold coins. Stay in gold. Their value of their gold coins has made them very, very rich indeed. Get out of gold a few months ago, and now gold is trading around this area again, looking like it wants to come down a little bit and giving us red candlesticks. So this is a monthly time frame. This is more of a buy and hold strategy. The less you do, the more you make in this type of strategy. Each candlestick is 1 month's worth of trading, guys, okay? So we move on now to, I've been talking about the ProTrend signal package. I want to talk to you a little bit now about the elite pro trading system. Okay, this is the flagship trading system at Trading College. The ProTrend is what people get when they come to the beginners course, but the ProTrend system has never been really for. It's always been for the more advanced people. It's been very expensive to purchase, and it's a trading system that basically does it all for you. And this is something you don't get on the beginner's course. But what the Pro system does, once again, it gives you buy and sell signals, just like buying on green, selling on red. It's much faster than the ProTrend, and it does other things, like it tells you exactly where to enter, because with the Pro Trend you have to learn the skills manually, and I teach those on the beginner's course. But with the Pro Trading system, it actually tells you there's the green candlestick, and this is where you need to place your order to buy that stock or currency on that day, and it tells you where to do that. It also tells you where to place your stop. Okay, so once you get a green buy, it'll place a stop and tell you where to place that. It will tell you where to buy the actual trade, where's the best place to buy. It will actually put targets in the actual charts for you, so you could basically say, right, okay, well, I'm up 1,000 points. I may sell some of my position here and bank some of my profits. And the Pro Trading system tells you the best place to actually take some of your profits off the table and move your stop up and lock in profits. Okay, and there's 3 settings on this: the first, second, third. You don't have to use all of them. You just use one of them. It tells you when the markets are going sideways. It says don't go into these trades. The markets are sideways. It turns white on the trading system. It's very, very good indeed. You can use it for longer term trades, which is called swing trading, or day trading the markets as well. It has a scanner that actually I click on my mouse every weekend. My scanner runs and it just tells me and shows me, right, this is giving you a traffic light green to buy. Do you want to buy it? I go to my broker, I open my brokerage account, I place my order to buy, I work out my risk, and then I just leave it. And it does it all for me. Now, it does depend what chart package you got, because all chart packages are different. I have a real-time radar screen, which I use for my live trading every day. It signals an alarm. It's turned green. Do you want to buy it now? So I look at my chart, I go, yeah, I buy it, and I click my brokerage account to actually buy it. It's as easy as that. I don't have to do much. I don't have to be sitting here watching the screens basically. I can be doing my emails, taking calls or speaking to whoever, and then I hear a little alarm go off, I go to my chart, then I buy it. You can use it on any single market, and you know, the people that have bought the system over the last time period have always got free upgrades, guys. Okay, every time we make it even better and add more features, we just give them the free upgrade. And here it is. In fact, before I go on, there is a dedicated support website for the Pro Trading system that gives you some training on there as well, and it shows you the trades that we've taken recently, and there's some training in there as well. Okay, so it's its own dedicated website. There's a forum in there as well. So here is the Pro Trading system. It may not look different to you than the Pro Trend in here, but when we get a buy signal like this again, it generates profit targets for you. And look at this profit target. This is on the pound versus the US dollar on the weekly time. Look at this third profit target here. The pound is actually down here at the moment, and you can see lovely profit targets. We get a buy signal, target 1, target 2. That's the stop is generated there. So all you do, guys, you go to your brokerage account, you type in a target, you type in where your stop is, and it turns yellow, the candlestick, and gives you an active entry, okay, where to enter the trade. And you can just scan for these and it will give you the actual entry. So it's much more dynamic, much more powerful. Here's the pound versus the Australian dollar, and look at these charts here. These are all charts from recent, in fact I snagged these charts today, some of them. And here is the pound versus Australian dollar. Here was our last green buy signal to go. Here was our first target. So why not take you know, a couple of 100 points out of the market while you sleep? And there's the next target. Why not do that? Just take a couple of 100 points, move your stop up. It also has, and I forgot to tell you this, but it also has a trailing stop procedure as well. So it will trail the stop for you and lock in profits at the optimal place. So here's another buy on the pound Australian dollar. Here, there was a target, there was another target, and here's another target if you wanted to have a third target. There was our stop. Fantastic. Great trading system. Very, very successful indeed. Here's that euro trade that I spoke about earlier, and you can see I've generated now with the Pro Trading system all the targets on these trades. Stops in place, targets in place, does it all for you. Okay, here's a recent buy here. Targets 1 and 2 were hit, and you took a couple of 100 points out of that after a couple of days trading. Okay, here's the euro today. Here's the euro today, the euro currency. Now, we had the stock market's just closing now. Sorry, there's an alarm just gone on there. You may have heard it. That's the stock market closing on my charts. There's the white trading system here, turning white saying it's a choppy market. It turns back to green, and I can teach you how to get into this trade and take advantage of these profits. But here is a profit target. Here's a lovely profit target and another profit target there. And all these profit targets on the Pro Trade system were hit. It cannot lie, guys. The charts cannot lie. Okay, it's absolutely impossible for me to manipulate this chart of the euro versus the US dollar. And this is today's trading right here. We've turned red yesterday. Okay, and it's down here today. All right, so you know, if you would have traded this with me the last 2 days, you'd have made yourself 100, 200, 100 points out of this. Okay, so this is up-to-date charts. We also have, I'm sorry, beg your pardon before we go on, there's also Facebook. Here's Facebook, generated in fact, Facebook opened up at around $45 up here. It collapsed all the way down, okay, it was red on my chart, got to here, got down to $18, nobody was talking about Facebook, and suddenly we had a buy signal here on September the 10th. Here was the buy signal, here it turned green. Gapped up the next day to, what was it, 1950, 2050, so we're talking 100 points profit as we virtually overnight. Hit first targets, hit second targets, and we've got a third target up here. In fact, this has turned back to red, guys, so our third target probably won't be here, we don't know. It's time to get out the trade, okay? But we've locked in all these profits on Facebook already if you were trading Facebook with the Pro Trading system, okay? So nobody's talking about Facebook. Everyone was talking about it when it came, when it went IPO and went public. All the novice traders got into it, lost a ton load of money, and now nobody's talking about it. It's just rallied an extra 300 points to the upside, and it was all noticed on our Pro Trading system. Here's today's P&L on the Pro Trading system. It's fantastic, isn't it? If you look at this, this is today's, it's called a radar screen in TradeStation. And here is each symbol down the left-hand side on a daily time frame. Here's crude oil, here's gold, here's Google. And this P&L here, this gives you the profit and loss since the signal was generated. Now look at the pound versus the US dollar. It's been giving us a long trade for 36 days. Okay, 36 days. Signal was back on 8th of the 8th. And I'm running on this 500, take that decimal point off, 532 points profit, guys, today, up till today. 532 points profit. We'll just multiply that by £10 and that will give you the profit. Okay, look, 8 days, 108 points. Every one is a profitable trade from the signal. The short signals as well as the long ones. These are days, how long you're in the trade for. Google, 100, that's 1,680 points, that one. Oil, 400 points. Gold, 146, huge profits. Okay, huge. Every one, green means profitable, red, if there's any red in here today, that would have been losing trades. But there's none. They're all making great profits. You only need one of these trades to make yourself an absolute killing in the market. So there's a scanner, and you just, you know, here's the currency market here, and all I do is just click the Pro Trading system every weekend or every day, and it comes up with the actual signal for me just there. There's a long trade. There's a long trade on the pound Canadian. There's a long trade New Zealand dollar Canadian, and I buy it. And it gives you the scanning results. So remember the Pro Trend. Okay, all the Pro Trend does is give you the buy and sell signals. It doesn't give you the entry, the stop, and it doesn't give you the trailing stop. It doesn't give you the scanner. It doesn't give you. But this is, it's a quarter of the Pro Trading system. And the Pro Trend is what you get on our beginners course if you come. Okay, guys, it's the beginners package. All right. Now the Pro Trading system, if you want to go for that feature, it's £2,500 on our website. So I'll snag this off of our website today. If you go to Trading College website, you will see it's £2,500. Many people bought it for £2,500. It's a one-off fee. You do not need to pay ongoing fees. All the upgrades are free of charge. an investment for the rest of your life for the pro trading system, okay? And we trade it every day, we use it every day, we use it every week, and it's on our site for £2,500, all right? And there's so many people at Trading College been successful. I'm sure you've got loads of questions. We're coming sort of near to the end here, but you know, you can do this on any market. Currencies, stocks, US stocks, commodities, UK stocks, interest rates. You can trade up and down markets. You can trade for income. You can trade for investment. You can trade your own ISA. You can advise your own bank manager when to buy and sell. When he comes in, when you walk into the bank next time and he says to you, or somebody says to you across the counter, "Have you got a credit card, sir or madam? Would you like to invest in our bonds or our ISA?" And you can say to them, "What sort of return are you getting?" "Oh, we're getting 3% per year." Just say to them, "Well, I'm getting 10% per month." And you know, you've got control now. Trade your own ISA. If you do hand your ISA or your pension over to a fund manager, and believe me guys, funds go out of business every year, so be careful. You can, if you do have an ISA or a fund, you can ask your fund manager, "Where are you investing my money?" And now you can go to your charts and check it out for yourself and say, "Well, I don't think that's a good place to actually invest in emerging markets, in FTSE, in US stocks." You know, you can say, "Well, it's red on my chart and it's going down." Okay, you can trade house prices. This gives you the control for the rest of your life. You can trade interest rates. This is a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but you can do this anywhere. I can do it on my iPhone. I can do it on my iPad. I can be in the coffee shop down the road. I could be in Dubai. Sahal could be in America, in Canada. You know, and he could do this anywhere. If you've got an internet connection, your charts are loaded up on your laptops, and you can just look at your trades, okay? If your partner doesn't mind you doing that when you're on holiday. Okay, so this, people say, "Well, what sort of return will I get?" Well, I don't know what sort of return you get. All I know is you'll get profitable. Okay, and it could be a huge return, or it could be a 10% return, or 5% return. But this is what we call a performance summary. And I ran this performance summary on a particular currency pair, and it generates the trades. It cannot lie. It's done by a third party, and the ProTrade system generated 13 trades, 84% success rate. Okay, you can make money trading with a 40% success rate, and the winning trades were 11, and the losing trades were 2. Okay, and for every dollar that you invested in the trade, I don't know if you don't understand this, it just gives you a heads up of the factual return here. Every dollar you invested, you would have made $5.44, okay? So it comes up with absolutely fantastic results when you run this through a summary performance to test whether the system is actually any good or not. So 13 trades, 11 successful, 2 losing trades at 3% each. You get 11 trades and make 10%, 20% on those, you know, you are laughing, okay? So that's a summary report. I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of testimonials from people that just want to talk about what we do. Paul O'Connor, he's a professional trader now. He wasn't before. He's doubled his account twice. He started with £1,000, okay, £1,000. Mandy Andrews, you'll meet these people on our coffee morning. Just want to tell you both, I've doubled my account since doing the course in just over 2 weeks. 2 weeks. They're still a novice trader with fantastic course and your expert guidance with leads via Scan Club, Beginners, Support Club, newsletters, and the website, My Knowledge Will Grow and Fly. So we have a membership site, and you come to Scan Club on a Monday night at 7, and we look for trades that we're buying and selling. And you can come on that and look to buy and sell. Beginners Support Club every Wednesday. We have one, what is it tomorrow? We have to change it back to tomorrow because I'm doing this evening. We do newsletters. It's great. Now Anna is our super trader. She's from Denmark, and she didn't want to come on the course a year ago, and she said it was excellent, started trading the day after, she is hooked. She didn't want to be there. Her boyfriend took her to the course. She came as a guest of him, and she is a professional day trader. And I speak to her virtually every day in the live trading room, and she, she makes some very good money, guys, with modest accounts. She works a couple of hours in the morning, and she pays off her mortgage by making great returns. She was off to Spain a few weeks ago when she wrote this for me, and £1,000 a week, $4,000 a month, tax-free for a couple of hours in the morning. She is now a professional day trader and actually being headhunted by an investment bank as well. Amazing story, amazing turnaround for her. She is in property. She's got a lot of investment properties. She manages them in the afternoon, and in the morning trades the markets. Excellent. Okay, so the course details, trading with colours. I said to Sahal I would give you details about the up-and-coming courses. Every course we do, and Sahal will justify this and tell you, they're all sold out. Every single one of them gets sold out. We always get people come in last minute, can't get on, cannot get on. We sometimes have to turn them down, but every one gets sold out, and the room only holds a certain amount of people. It was in Dublin in August. That was sold out, a packed room. Okay. The next course, though, guys, is on the 29th of September to the 2nd of October. That's this weekend. All right. But what you can do on this course is that we've decided that you can do it for 4 days: Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Or you can split it up. You can do this weekend, and then you can come back and do parts 2 on the 13th and 14th. You can mix it up however you want to, but the next course is this weekend. The course after that is on the 8th and the 11th, okay, 8th and the 11th. And all the courses are at Heathrow, and once again, it's £2,500. That's a one-off payment, okay? It's a one-off payment. At the end of the course, there'll be no saying, oh, you've got to go on to another course because we haven't really taught you the facts here. There's none of that. As soon as you start trading, in fact, the guys on the Dublin course, on the Sunday night, we looked at the markets and seeing what was set up. We placed trades on the Sunday night, and we all made money by lunchtime on the Monday morning, okay? We were trading some currencies. We looked at some trades that were setting up, and we were making money on the Monday. Okay, so that's $2,500. And let's see whether this testimonial video works here. Let me just show you. I'm not sure, Sal, whether you can actually, let me know whether you can hear the guy speaking the trade.
Yeah, it's a bit, it's just a little bit choppy, but there's no sound.
It's a bit sticky.
Yeah.
No sound. Okay, buddy. I don't think there would be. All right, mate. I'll come out of that. No problem at all. All right. So,
I mean, I can vouch for this.
so
I can vouch for this, guys. I've been on Lee's course, and it's amazing. I've got a couple of my colleagues who have also been on on his program, and it is a pretty phenomenal program. So.
it is. It's going to get better now, and we started making it better sort of this week, buddy. I mean, if they come on the course, anyone comes on the course, they get all the videos to get them set up and the post-course videos, and all free of charge, okay? So they also get the trading chart packages that I use. You can get that free of charge as well for a couple of months, and you can cancel the charts if you want to and go on to free charts. So there's so much flexibility here. You get 1 month in the trading room, beg your pardon, for Trading College membership completely free of charge as well. And this is the beginner's course package. You can repeat the course as many times as you like within the first 6 months. So as long as you let us know well in advance that you're going to come on the course, again, you can repeat that course as many times as you like. You get the Pro Trainer Level 1 indicator, and that's only available on the course if you come, okay? So you get the Pro Trend indicator. So the package on that is £6,000, okay? It's £6,000. Now, if you want to do the advanced package here, you can actually buy the Pro Trading System. You can actually come on the Trading with Colours course as well, and the total, there's the Trading with Colours course, the Pro Trading System, which is on our website, without this. plus the basic course package, that is £8,500. You can see the returns that I'm getting, guys, all the time, can't you? All right, but I'm going to give Sahal and his guys a bit of an offer tonight, an unbelievable offer. And I'm going to give you the advanced package here with the pro trading system, automate the one that does it for you, trading with colors beginners course as well. Okay, so that's the cost for all of them, plus the basic package as well, bonuses, which are all the videos, the membership, you know, the charts as well, all that included. All of that is going to be at 1997 plus VAT. Okay, so I'm going to throw that in. That's just an amazing offer. Or if you cannot pay that up front, then we do have an instalment plan. First payment of just over £1,000 plus VAT now. And how about this then? If you're going to come on the course this weekend, you can pay the rest of it 30 days later. Okay, you can pay, you're going to get all of this, all the pro trading system, all the free charts, all the free videos, all the free, everything free, thrown in at this just one price of just over £1,000 there. Never been done before, never ever been offered this pro trading system, and it's only available this week. Okay, I only started this on Sunday, and it is only, there's the actual link, guys, if you want to take that into consideration. All right, now we do have, I will put that in the room, that live link in a second, but we also have a home study course. Okay, if you don't want to come on the course, then we've got a DVD home study course with manual. You'll get the pro trend indicator. You won't get the pro trading system. The cost of the home study course is $997 plus VAT, but we will do it in installments for you. So you're going to get the green and red signals. You're going to get all the charts. You're going to get all the beginners bundle for free installments of 332.33 plus VAT. Okay, and there's the actual link for that in there. Okay,
and guys, just and guys, just to let you know, while Lee's typing those links in the chat box for you, just to let you know that you won't see this on his website at all, or you won't see it anywhere. He does, you know, most of I mean, all the programs you have to pay up front, and even for the home study, it's a one-off payment up front. So this is something that you will never, you won't point blank see anywhere else.
And that's that's not all, buddy. You know, if people come on a course, I will give them a money-back guarantee as well. If they do not make the money back, did you get them links there at all, Sahal? I've
got them. Those are the, those are the direct links, guys, that are in the chat box right now. So, and for any of you guys actually watching the replay of this, at the bottom of the video, the two links for those two offers will be at the are there right at the bottom of the video.
You know, and there is that guarantee. If people feel a little bit insecure about things, you know, there is a guarantee. If they don't make their money back after 12 months, I'll give them long enough to do it. They can show me that they traded with the system and they followed the strategies, then I'll gladly give them their money back. No problem whatsoever. Okay, but let me just I just want to clarify the deal again, because it is phenomenal, and it won't be available. It will not be available to anybody else than your friends and colleagues. So, is there any questions at all?
If anyone's got any questions for Lee, do you want to put them in the chat box, and I'll ask Lee any questions you have about trading in general, or about his programs and the home study program there. If you've got any questions, type in the chat box for me now, and I'll ask Lee any of those questions.
It's been fun. It's been fun. It's great, you know, being asked to do these webinars and speak at events. It just gets me out of sitting on my backside every single day, trading the markets, and
so someone's asked a question here. Is there a difference between this program and is this a forex trading program? I don't believe it is it, Lee?
It can trade any market.
Yeah.
Any market that's got a price. It was built to be robust and trade every single market. The results, it's not, I don't know whether the person's talking about Forex robots and things and black boxes and all that stuff. It's not a Forex robot. It's not one of this, you know, this fly by £19.99, dollars or whatever robot that people sell. This is a professional trading system. Generates huge profits every day in the markets. Live.
Another question I've got here is, what sort of support do we get after the live training?
Okay, so you've got the 4 days live training and trading. You can come back, remember, to repeat the course, and many people do. They mix it up, and they come back and repeat. You've got the 1 month in the membership site. You submit your trading plans. What we do on the weekend, we write our trading plan. As we go throughout the weekend, we have a plan, guys. We submit that plan back to Trading College after the course. We talk through that via webinar and email, and we go through your trading plan. Okay, what we don't do, we don't say goodbye to you on Tuesday and never see you again. You will be part of the family. You will be coming on Traders Coffee Morning we have every month. You know, any email support, we've got a forum. You send emails in, you send your charts into Trading College. We will give you feedback for no extra charge. Other companies, okay, there's a big company out there which scares the life out of me because they take £35,000 off somebody, and all they do is just keep upselling them to another course, another course, another course. It's not the way we work at Trading College. Come on the beginner's course, you will learn to trade properly. If you want to move on to another course, a day trading course, then you can do. But you've got the pro trading system here. It will do most of the work for you.
I've got another question. Yeah, I've got another question. Actually, this is a question from one of my students on one of my programs. He's asked that. I've been on to many programs. I've been on to Sahel's program as well, which I found fantastic because of the small class size. How big generally are your class sizes?
25 maximum. We have gone up to 30, which gets a little bit uncomfortable, and we also have support coaches on the 4 days. Okay, I will be presenting the course. I'm not here just being the front man. I will be there on the course, shaking your hand as you walk through the front door, and we'll be with you on the Tuesday as well. But we have lots of support. We have people there that hold your hand to get your computer and laptop. When you're going to bring your laptop, because we need to install the software, we get that done for you. You walk away. We have that done by, I think so, we had it done by Sunday on your course.
Yes.
Get it done by Sunday. You walk away. You're ready to trade Monday. You're ready to trade on Monday in the live markets. We'll teach that. Hold your hand. You don't have to do that, but you know, we will. So there's plenty of support on the 4 days throughout, and it's not like a traditional course. It's not going to be. It's a lot of live trade, a lot of practicing, a lot of group sessions, a lot of fun, really. I enjoy it.
And it's very similar to how I do my high level programs. In the group, you'll always have people who are a bit slower than others. But the great thing is, because it's such a relaxed environment, everybody gets the attention they need. So those of you who learn really quick get that attention, and those of you who are a bit slower, you know, are getting their head around it. It still serves you as well. So it's great. And at the end of it, everyone gets into an opportunity to actually do some live trades. That's the most, I think, awesome thing about the program. Okay, so I think that's it for now on the questions. And Lee, thank you very much. I know how busy you are, and thank you for taking some time out to do this webinar, because you know I want to get this out to people and show them exactly what's possible. And you know, not only those of you who have attended the webinar, thank you very much for your time, but those of you who are watching the webinar replay, definitely look at this, because it's such an interesting thing nowadays in terms of you know, putting your money in the right places, and it's a skill. You know, it's a lifetime skill that you can take anywhere with you. And you know, people talk about, you know, making money, you know, online, or you know, taking your laptop with you. This is a really cool thing that you can learn, and it's a great skill that you can have for life as well. So So I highly recommend that you guys definitely look at this seriously.